In this video, I'm going over ACT math problems that involve vectors. For this first ACT math problem involving vectors, this one says when the vector AI plus 4j is added to the vector negative 3i plus bj, the sum is 5a minus 5j. What are the values of a and b? Now for vectors, you can draw these on your standard graph, where your horizontal is I and your vertical is j. So basically when we add these two together, we're going to combine the I values and combine the j values. So we have ai plus a negative 3i is going to equal 5i. So basically a minus 3 equals 5. Add 3 to both sides. So a equals 8. Then if we look at the j values, we have 4j plus bj equals negative 5j. Or basically 4 plus b equals negative 5. Subtract 4 from both sides. And b equals negative 9. So a equals 8, b equals negative 9. And this problem says the vector I represents 1 mile per hour east, and the vector j represents 1 mile per hour north. Anna is jogging north at 11 miles per hour. One of the following vectors represents Anna's velocity in miles per hour. Which one? So again, we have our I along the horizontal and j the vertical. We're going, she's jogging 11 miles per hour north. It's going to be a vector like this. And it's going to be a height of 11. Okay, so we look here, we have a j component of 11 and I component is 0. So you can say 0i plus 11j or just 11j. So answer D. So this vector problem says the vector I represents 1 mile per hour east and the vector j represents 1 mile per hour north. According to his GPS, at a particular instant, Robert is biking 60 degrees west of north at 14 miles per hour. What is the vector that represents Robert's velocity in miles per hour at that instant? So if we were to draw our graph here, where I and j, so 60 degrees west of north, like this, where this is 60 degrees. Now we can draw a triangle here. So this is 60, this is going to be 30, and this is going to be 60. Remember, a triangle adds up to 180 degrees. Our right angle is 90, so the other had to add up to 90. This is going at 14 miles per hour. And basically we want to find the I and j components of that. Now if you remember your 30, 60, 90 triangle, the hypotenuse is 2x. The side opposite to 30 degrees is x. And then the opposite to 60 degrees is x square root of 3. So if our hypotenuse is 14, 2 times 7 equals 14, so x equals 7. That gives us 7 for that side and 7 square root of 3. Okay, so we're going this direction to the left, so that's going to be a negative I component and a positive j component. So negative 7 square root of 3i plus 7j. So this is the vector that represents his speed in each of the directions. So in this vector problem, it says the vectors u, v, and w are represented in the standard xy coordinate plane below. In what general direction will the vector u minus v plus w point? So we look at vector u. Now we don't really know the coordinates of it, but we can basically estimate. So it's going straight up, so it only has a j component. So our I component is 0, and let's say that's 4. And look at v. So it looks smaller than 4. So let's say that's 3 over and 1 up. So 3, 1. And vector w. Now it looks longer than u. So let me go with 8 and 0. There's no j component. And then we want to find u minus v. And when you subtract vectors, you just subtract the corresponding location. So 0 minus 3 is negative 3. And then 4 minus 1 is 3. And we're going to add w, which is 8 and 0. So we're going to add those. So negative 3 plus 8 is 5. And 3 plus 0 is 3. So basically the result would be 5 over and 3 up. So I'm going to say it's somewhere like that. So our vector will be up and to the right. This problem says two vectors are shown in standard xy coordinate plane below. One of the following vectors in the standard xy coordinate plane is the difference of u and v. Which one? So we look at vector u. It goes over 1 and 4 up. Vector v, you see it's 3 over and 2 up. The difference is u minus v. So we get 1 minus 3 is negative 2, and 4 minus 2 is 2. So the result is negative 2, 2. Now we need to find the vector that has those same components. To find the components, we start where the vector starts. So it starts, this first one starts right here. So it goes to the left and 2 up. So that's actually negative 2 and 2. So that is the one we're looking for. But if we look at the other ones, this one starts here, goes 2 over and 2 down. That's 2, negative 2. This one starts at the origin, 2 over, 2 down. So that's 2, negative 2. One down here starts down here. That's 1, 2, 3 over, 1, 2, 3 up. Actually, negative 3 and positive 3. E starts at the origin, goes over 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 up. So that's 4 and 5. Okay, so remember the vector, you start counting where it starts. It's not from the origin, so where the vector starts. So this one that matched our negative 2, positive 2 was choice A. So I hope you understand the vector problems that may appear on ACT exam. Thanks.